frozen wilderness of Alaska, there are places where radio signals disappear completely. No music, no news, no human voices, just static. But truck drivers, hunters, and night travelers tell stories about one signal that appears only at 3:33 a.m. A radio station with no official frequency, no license, no known location, and according to those who heard it, the broadcast always ends with the name of the next missing person. The station is known online as KX 333. No one knows who named it first because officially it does not exist. The first known report came from a cargo driver named Aaron Pike in 994. He was transporting supplies through a remote highway outside Fairbanks during a heavy snowstorm. Visibility was almost zero. The road stretched endlessly into darkness. To stay awake, Aaron switched through radio stations, country music, weather reports, silence. Then suddenly, a voice cut through the static. "Good evening, Alaska." The signal sounded old, distorted, like it was being transmitted from somewhere far away. Aaron frowned. The voice continued. "Tonight's temperature will fall below -30 degrees." Then the broadcast changed. A woman's voice began reading names slowly. Mitchell Reeves, static. Claire Donovan, static. Thomas Hale. Aaron felt uneasy. The name sounded oddly personal, like obituaries. Then the woman said another name, Aaron Pike. His blood turned cold. At that exact moment, his truck engine dead. The headlights flickered, then complete darkness swallowed the road. Aaron later claimed he heard knocking outside the truck, slow, deliberate, circling the vehicle. But when he looked outside, nothing was there. The next morning, another driver found Aaron wandering barefoot through the snow nearly 10 miles away, frozen, confused, repeating only one sentence. "They were listening to me." Aaron disappeared from a hospital. 2 nights later, his body was never found. Over the years, similar stories spread across Alaska. People driving alone at night. Radio static suddenly turning into a broadcast. Missing names being read aloud. And always, the final name belonged to the listener. Some dismissed it as an urban legend until recordings began surfacing online. Most were corrupted, filled with static and strange noises, but certain phrases remained clear. "We know you are awake. Do not leave your vehicle. Stay tuned." In 2008, an amateur radio operator attempted to trace the signal. According to his forum posts, the station only appeared for 13 minutes every night. Exactly at 3:33 a.m., the signal seemed to move constantly, sometimes north, sometimes miles away, as if the station itself was traveling. Then his post suddenly stopped. 3 days later, authorities found his cabin abandoned. His radio equipment was still running. One speaker continuously played static, but hidden beneath the noise, a faint voice whispered repeatedly, "Next caller." After that incident, Rumors exploded online. People became obsessed with finding KX333. Some believed it was a number station once used during the Cold War. Others thought it was something paranormal, a signal not made for humans. Then came the case that made the legends famous. In January 2026, paranormal podcaster Daniel Mercer traveled to Alaska during winter to investigate the station himself. He rented a small cabin outside Nome. Snow covered everything for miles. No nearby towns, no cell signal, perfect isolation. Daniel documented everything live. Night one passed quietly, nothing unusual. But on the second night, at exactly 3:33 a.m., every radio inside the cabin turned on by itself. Static exploded through the speakers. Daniel jumped awake. What the hell? Then music began playing, soft jazz, old-fashioned, crackling with distortion. A calm male voice followed. You are listening to KX333. Daniel stared at the radio in disbelief. This has to someone messing with me. The voice continued. Tonight roads are closed. Static. Visibility near zero. Then silence. For several seconds nothing happened. Then came the names Lena Brooks, static, Ethan Cole, static, Daniel Mercer. Daniel froze. His viewers in the live stream chat began panicking. How does it know your name? Turn it off. Daniel reached for the radio, but the volume suddenly increased on its own. The voice became deeper, slower. Daniel. A loud banging sound hit the cabin wall. Daniel spun toward the window. Outside, something moved in the snow. Tall, thin, barely visible through the storm. Then another voice came through the radio, female this time. Don't let them inside. Daniel backed away. The banging continued, now at the front door, heavy, violent. His camera shook as he moved closer to the window. The figure outside stood motionless near the trees, too tall to be human. Its arms hung unnecessarily low. Then the radio crackled again. We found you. The cabin lights went out instantly. Darkness swallowed the room. Only the red live stream light remained visible. Daniel grabbed a flashlight. His breathing became uneven. Then footsteps creaked across the roof. Slow dragging sounds, moving directly above him. The radio whispered again, stay tuned. Suddenly, the front door handle turned slowly. Daniel screamed and pushed furniture against the entrance. The knocking stopped. Silence. Then a new sound appeared, a telephone ringing inside the cabin. Daniel looked toward the corner table. An old landline phone sat there. He hadn't noticed it before. It rang again, once, twice, 3 times. Shaking, Daniel answered. Static filled the line. Then his own voice spoke back to him. They already came inside. The phone disconnected. At that exact moment, Something whispered behind him. Close, too close. Daniel turned sharply. No one there, but the flashlight beam revealed footprints in the cabin floor snow. Fresh, leading toward the hallway. The live stream suddenly cut to static. The next morning, rescue teams reached the cabin after viewers reported the incident online. They found the front door locked from the inside. Daniel was gone. His cameras remained recording. The final recovered footage lasted only 7 seconds. It showed Daniel staring toward the dark hallway, terrified. Then all the radios inside the cabin spoke together in perfect unison. Thank you for listening. The screen went black. Daniel Mercer was never found. Authorities blamed hypothermia and psychological stress. But locals in Alaska still warn travelers about KX 333, especially during winter, especially at 3:33 a.m. because people still hear it, the signal hidden beneath the static, the voice reading names slowly in the darkness, and listeners claim one detail always remains true. The final name spoken on the broadcast belongs to whoever is listening. So if you are ever alone on an Alaska highway late at night and your radio suddenly turns on by itself, do not answer the voices, do not follow the signal, and whatever you do, don't stay tuned.